It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And it's game day. It's week 8. So, guys, this morning I got the weather for you. I got some news for far as guys who's going to be out today, and I'm gonna get to everybody questions. So make sure you sign up as a member. That way you can get priority with getting your questions answered. Also hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. So before we get going, let's talk about some news. Let's see what's going on with the players. Let's see. Okay, so Tank's Bigsby guy looks like he's going to be the starter. It looks like Travis Etienne is going to be out from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it looks like Tanks Bigsby is another plug and play. To me, he's a top 12 running back. I got to get him in my lineup. The matchup isn't great, but it doesn't matter. Tanks Bigsby has been playing out of his mind the last couple of weeks. So make sure you start him. Cade Otton, we know that he's a high-end tight end. Both his wide receivers on the team is down. So I think Cade Otton could get 8 to 10 targets today. Let's see. Zay Flowers looks like he's going to play today. I'm nervous about Zay, but what else are you going to turn to? And if you got a really good heavy like wide receiver team, then you can maybe sit Zay. Me, I'm playing Zay in all my leagues. So play Zay. Lad McConkey looks like he's a go. Jacoby Myers from the Las Vegas Raiders looks like a go. Lad McConkey from the Los Angeles Chargers, he's a go. Tyreek Hill is in go. I'm starting Tua over a lot of guys today, just because the matchup is really good. So I'm not telling you to sit any studs, but if you can, I would try to get Tua in your lineups. Debo looks like he's going to play from the San Francisco 49ers. Debo looks like he's going to play. It looks like T. Higgins could miss this week, so be careful. He's a game time decision, so be careful with T. Higgins. Be careful with T. Higgins. Let's see. What else is for us to look at? Yeah, Tua, he's playing today for the Miami Dolphins. I think that's about it, guys, as far as the news that I have right now. Anything else, y'all put it in the chat. Help each other out. Help me out. We are a community here, so we trying to help each other out. Make sure we making the right starts and sits and got all the information that we need to have. Good morning, Big Will. Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. Let's see. I think that's about it, guys. Anything else, just put it in the chat and we'll deal with it. Dalvin Cook is active for the Dallas Cowboys. To me, somebody asked me in the chat the other day, what is he? To me, he's just another guy. He's just another guy. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about some weather. All right, so we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Outside is still great weather for Cleveland. Coming off that lake, 55 degrees. You can't beat that. That's a great football game. That's a great football weather. So start all your studs. Don't worry about the kickers. Everything is on go. All right, let's go to the Tennessee-Detroit game. We don't care about the weather. Why? Because they at Detroit and it's in a dorm. Jared Goff is balling out of his mind. I love Jared Goff. I just want to mention that while I'm talking about this game. I'm proud of Jared Goff. I like to see guys go through it. People say they ain't nothing, say they this and that, and they end up booming. I lived through that. That's my life. I love to prove people wrong. People have always doubted me because I dream big. And same thing with Jared Goff. Jared Goff got let go from Sean McVay. Oh, he garbage. He about to be out the NFL in a couple years. He might be on a chance to win win an MVP, win a Super Bowl, and be a Hall of Famer. The guy's been to a Super Bowl. He's been a perennial Pro Bowler. You got to give a guy his respect. Let's move on. Let's not talk about make this about Jared Goff. But let's move on to the Arizona and Miami game. We know Miami is going to be hot. Start Tua, start A-Chain, start Tyreek. I'm starting all my Miami Dolphins. I have been fading Raheem Mostert because I don't believe Raheem Mostert has got the same role that he had last year. So I think this is a Devon A-Chain run game, but he will catch a lot of passes, so Raheem Mostert will get some targets. Arizona, fire up your guys. Marvin Harrison, I don't know if you got him. If you got a room to play him, I would try to play him. They know they need to get him the ball, but he's just starting off slow. And I kind of told everybody that Marvin Harrison game is a little bit different than like Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas. All right, going on to the New York Jets and New England Patriots. We got it's an outside game in New England, 51 degrees, pretty good weather for this time of the year. Fire up your guys, 10 miles per hour wind. That doesn't scare me with my kickers. Going on to the Atlanta and Tampa Bay game, good weather, 83 degrees, mostly cloudy in Florida, 7 miles per hour wind. Great game for Sunday, great football weather. Going on to the Indianapolis and Houston. At Houston, it's another dorm game, so we're not worried about the weather. 3 miles per hour wind. We're not worried about that. Start all you guys. I'm actually playing AR today. Not telling y'all to do it, but I am playing AR on my team. Going to the Philly and Cincinnati game. Should be a high-scoring game. You got you start all you guys. 59 degrees. Great weather today in the NFL around the United States. Great weather. What's going on, Stacy? What's going on, Mr. To You? What's going on, Will Hayes? I see you guys. Appreciate everybody here. King of Nike. Joel, what's up, bruh? CHB in the building. Eric B in the building. Let's move on. We got the Green Bay Jacksonville game. Fire up all you guys. I'm playing Tank Bigsby. I'm playing Brian Robinson. Not Brian Robinson. Brian Thomas. I'm starting Christian Watson in my league. Not telling you to do it, but I am. Jordan Love looks like he's going to be the #1 quarterback this week. Great matchup. New Orleans, Los Angeles Chargers in the dorm. We're not worried about the weather. Great weather. I mean, it's in the dorm. So start your guys. Saints, I'm a little worried. Only person I'm probably starting on the Saints is probably Alvin Kamara. Maybe Chris Olave in some leagues. Chargers, I'm a little worried about them. I don't know. It could be an upset. New Orleans Saints getting a couple of defensive players back, so be careful. Moving on to the Buffalo Seattle Seahawks game. This game is going to be raining. So if you got any kickers, you got Bass or the Seattle kicker, be careful. It's definitely going to be rain showers. You know how Seattle is. So be careful with that. 17 miles per hour wind. So I wouldn't start a kicker in this game. Got a super chat in the building. Big Will in the house. He said 30.40 points. Thanks, bro. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Appreciate the super chat. We got the next game is going to be Chicago and Washington. And nobody knows what the weather's going to be. That's crazy. I don't know why they doing it, but it's to be determined. So be careful with the Chicago and Washington game. I don't know what the weather's going to be in Washington. They also talking about Jaden Daniels playing. I still like Chicago Bears to win the game because I don't know if Jaden going to be able to run the ball. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know why they doing that. Maybe they trying to trick people and make them prepare for Jaden Daniels and then throw Marcus Mariota out there. I don't know what they doing. It's your young rookie quarterback, so make sure you be smart. And I'm pretty sure they will be. Moving on to the Carolina and Denver game. I think Denver should have a smash spot. I like Bo Nix. Great weather game. 76 degrees outside. Stars all your studs. Carolina, I'm not starting anybody. I don't trust anybody on that. I don't even trust Chuba this week. I love Chuba, but I don't trust him. Not with Bryce Young starting. Denver, I love Javonte matchup. I like Troy Franklin, Bo Nix. I'm starting those guys. Also the defense too. All right, going on to the Kansas City Las Vegas Raiders game. I'm starting my studs. I'm starting D-Hop today if I can. I'm starting Kareem Hunt, and I'm starting Pat Mahomes if I need him. Las Vegas Raiders, I'm not starting nobody but Brock Bowers. That's the only person that I'm going to start. Great game. It's inside of a dorm, so start your guys, start your kickers. Going to the Dallas and San Francisco game, the Sunday night game. It's going to be some rain. 13 miles per hour wind. I still think your kickers should be okay. It's going to be at San Fran. Start your guys. I'm okay with starting Ricky Pearsall. I'm okay if you need to start Brock Purdy. I'm okay with Dak Prescott. I'm okay with CeeDee Lamb. And I'm also okay with Rico Dowdle and Jalen Tolbert if you have to start those, and Jake Ferguson. Start those guys. And Monday night game is going to New York Giants and Pittsburgh. To me, that's going to be a defensive game. I'm not starting nobody other than Najee Harris, George Pickens, the Giants, Malik Neighbors. That's about it. I don't want to start anybody else really in this game. Jalen Warren if you need him. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Matter of fact, guys, let's find a pick 'em. I'm gonna do not a pick 'em, but I want to do a prop bet. Let's find me a prop bet today. I want to find me a prop bet today that looks good. Who is my prop bet? I'm gonna do one prop bet. Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown. I like Kareem Hunt for anytime touchdown today. Okay, let's go. Let's get to some of these comments. All right. Okay. All right, we got, let me see, the first comment. We got Christopher, first one. He said, Mostert or Chase Brown? I'm going with Chase Brown. Chase Brown is always going to have a nice role on his team because he can get carries when they winning. He can get carries when they losing, and he also catch passes. The only thing about Chase Brown, he don't block, so that hurts his snap percentage. So he's probably gonna always be the most he can get is like a 70% snap percentage because he's not a great blocker like Zach Moss is in the passing game. But I still love Chase Brown any week to play. I think he has a nice floor and ceiling. RG in the building, appreciate you, bruh. RG says pick a quarterback: Golf versus the Titans, Kyler versus Miami, Purdy versus Dallas, or Caleb versus Washington. I'm going with Caleb Williams versus Washington. RG says Kamara or JT. I'm going with JT today. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor over Kamara. Now listen, Kamara is a star. I'm not telling you to sit Kamara. Do not sit Kamara. But Jonathan Taylor has a better matchup. I love Jonathan Taylor matchup. I think he had a touchdown against Houston like week 1. So I like Jonathan Taylor. Kamara don't have any of his weapons. Rashid Shaheed's out for the season. Derek Carr's not playing. Makes me a little bit nervous with Kamara, but he should catch about 5 or 6 passes anyway. Ed Tay, what's up, Ed Tay? He says, what up, TD? Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts? I'm going with Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Um, this is tough. This is tough. I'm going with Josh Allen. His upside is too much. That's the number 1 quarterback potentially. Jalen Hurts got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith is healthy, but I think I gotta play Josh Allen with his rushing ability upside with Amari Cooper. He should be fine today. He should be fine. So I like Josh Allen. Both of the guys are stars. You know, I usually tell y'all to trade them. So I'm gonna always say that. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just gonna always lecture y'all that way. When I get on my lives, I put my teaching hat on. So don't take it as me trying to tell a grown man how to run his fantasy team. But I don't think you should have 2 quarterbacks on your team that's upper echelon. It just doesn't quite. I can't process it. I get it because you want to be able to. If somebody get hurt, you still got a great backup. You can make a trade. To me, it makes your starts and sits, and it makes you play armchair Monday morning quarterback. Oh, who had the most points? I knew I should have played Jalen. Why you should have played Jalen? Just because he scored most? Do not think you should have played a guy because he scored the most. If that's the case, go in the waivers and look who scored the high, and somebody should have picked him up and played him. You can't do that, right? You're not playing. You're playing Amari Cooper. You're playing your studs. So I just say, man, play Josh Allen. Tim J, what's up, brother? He says, should I start Hurts or Purdy? You should start Hurts over Purdy. With Debo being sick, Ayuk being out for the rest of the season, George Kittle being a little bit nicked up, I'm going with Jalen Hurts against Cincinnati defense, which is not great in the passing game. He got A.J. Brown. He got Devontae Smith healthy. I like Jalen Hurts over Purdy. Purdy is okay to have as a backup. To me, he's not a every week start for me. In single quarterback leagues. Let me see. Let me go find my super chat. Frizz, what's up, bro? Appreciate it. He says Flowers over Olave. Yes, if he's active, I'm going with Flowers over Olave. I'm scared of Flowers' ankle. I am too, bro. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Flowers. Not because I just love Flowers or I talked about him all summer, which I did, but his value is too good to this team. And why would you? Why would you make him active? You don't really need him. I don't know. Maybe they use him as a decoy like they did when he got hurt last week. I'm playing Flowers over Olave. I can't trust Olave. Now, if it was somebody else, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of somebody who might have like let's see here. Cedric Tillman. I might think about it, but I'm probably still gonna play Zay. I'm not even gonna try to find nobody that I will play Zay over because Zay just too. They need him too much on this offense. Let me see here. Appreciate the super chat, Frizz. Appreciate that, bruh. Let's see here. Eric B, what's up, Eric B? He says Waddle, Neighbors, D Hop, Franklin, pick 2, 4 PPR. I'm going with Waddle and Neighbors. Waddle and Neighbors. Now let me tell you why I'm going with Waddle and Neighbors. If I was, some fantasy owners are like best matchup each time. Franklin got a great matchup. He only had 50 yards in the game all year. D Hop hasn't had a good game all year because of the team that he was on, and he just got with Kansas City. Neighbors is the #1 prime, ready to go. We've drawn up plays for him all week in practice. We got to get him the ball. Come on, Daniel Jones, get the ball out quick. We don't got Andrew Thomas. That's why I'm Neighbors. And 2 Neighbors go out a couple weeks and have bad games, I'm gonna play him. I'm not gonna be Neighbors. Oh, he's too athletically gifted. If it was T. Higgins, yeah. That's why I don't like drafting T. Higgins, and I don't want to get on to T. Higgins. But I don't feel like where I would make that same decision if you swap T. Higgins and Neighbors. I'm like, no, I'm not playing T. Higgins with a hurt left tackle that's the best on this team, and with a skeptical quarterback that needs to be he don't need pressure in the pocket. Then I would say no. But Neighbors is special. He's fast. He's quick. Run great routes. Got good hands. He had a few important drops, but he still got great hands. So I'm gonna go with Neighbors. Waddle, man, is Tua back. Tua back. Waddle is averaging like 14, 15 points while Tua is healthy. So I got to put that in my lineup. You see what Puka did coming off of injury. I'm pretty sure everybody's trusting Tua that's on that team. So I'm going with Waddle and Neighbors. D Hop and Franklin does have great matchups, but they not Waddle and Neighbors. Max the subscriber. He says Bo Nix or Xavier Leggett. I'm going with Bo Nix over Xavier Leggett. Ed Tay, what's up, bro? He says, you think Deontay Johnson gets traded? Yes. And the reason why, I'm just using my breakdown as from a coaching mentality, looking at the GM. Why would I hold on to Deontay Johnson when I need as many picks as I can to rebuild my team on the defensive side and the offensive side? So what is Deontay Johnson going to do for me outside of me getting at least a 3rd round pick from him? Trade him. I think he could be traded. Is it 100% sure? No, but I think he should be getting traded. So that's why I would try to stash on him. Or you can trade him. I don't think you have to stash him. You can trade him. If you can get something good. Don't get chopped. Remember, we don't like chopped liver here. We'll go to Cube State, but we're not going to chopped liver. Appreciate you, Big Will. Ed Tate says Zay Flowers or Downs. I got to go with Zay Flowers over Downs because of Anthony Richardson. Listen, I believe Anthony Richardson can push it, can give Downs the ball. But I'm not going to tell you that after I told y'all to play Downs last week and Anthony Richardson didn't, I don't even know if he had a catch. So I'm going to go with Zay Flowers over Josh Downs until I see Anthony Richardson hyper target Josh Downs or hit him. I'm pretty sure he's going to hit him for a big play. You know how Anthony Richardson is. He'll throw a 70-yard bomb, touchdown. Who would have thought? That's why Alec Pierce is almost a top 32 wide receiver because of those deep balls. So that can happen, but don't worry. Don't play for the deep ball. The consistent PPR monster is Zay Flowers. CHB in the building says, good morning. It's going to be a battle this week against the final boss. May the best man win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Will says, good morning, bro. Anytime, bro. Yes, sir. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Joel says, afternoon, TD. Yes, sir, Joe. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys are here. Ice Cold Jones says, Chiefs defense or Ravens defense? Also Purdy, Collar, or Rodgers? I'm going with Collar. Let me see. I'm going with Collar over Rodgers, but it's close. The only reason why I'm going with Collar over Rodgers is because of the rushing upside. 50-yard touchdown. 50-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. That can happen at any time. Rodgers and Purdy got to throw the ball from the pocket every single time. Collar can get there through rushing and passing. So I'm going with Collar. I'm going with the Chiefs defense. They playing against the Raiders. Raiders was talking junk about Pat Mahomes in the offseason. The defense want to come out here and play. Pat Mahomes also want to step on the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't have a quarterback. Gardner Minshew with no weapons. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs over the Baltimore Ravens, who passing defenses could be weak, especially in garbage time. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Mr. To You, what's up, bro? He says Jaden Daniels, AR5, or Bo Nix. Bro, I can't tell people to play Jaden Daniels. I don't know about his injury, so that's gonna have y'all gonna have to wait till the game time decision with that. I'm gonna say Bo Nix. He's playing against the Carolina Panthers. They haven't stopped anybody. AR5 has the most upside. It would usually be Jaden Daniels, but he's coming off. He's got an injury, so I'm gonna say Bo Nix for the safe top 12. Or AR5 for the most boom, but he's volatile. He could give you 5 points. So I think Bo Nix is the best play out of those three quarterbacks. Unless Jaden Daniels is active and you ready to go and you willing to go with him with the hurt ribs. Big Will says Zay versus Cleveland or Dobbs versus Jacksonville. I like Zay versus Cleveland. Woo. So many mouths to feed on the Green Bay Packers. So many mouths to feed on the Green Bay Packers. And there's a lot of mouths to feed on the Baltimore Ravens. You got Derrick Henry, you got Justice Hill, you got Mark Andrews, you got Isaiah Likely, you got Rashard Bateman, and you got Nelson Aguilar. There's some mouths to feed on there too, especially with Zay coming off an injury. Whoo, that's a tough one, bro. I'm gonna go with Dobbs as the safe play. I'm going with Dobbs as the safe play. I don't feel great about it, but I'm gonna give you my answer. Dobbs is my answer right now. Yes, sir. What's up, Mr. Anderson? Um, Tron, what's up, bruh? What's up, King of Nike? Big Will says Montgomery versus Tennessee or A-Chain versus Arizona or Mason versus Dallas. I'm going with A-Chain versus the Arizona Cardinals. And then I would say Mason. I'm not playing Montgomery versus Tennessee. Montgomery is nice, but Tennessee defense is one thing that you can rely on Tennessee is their defense. They got a great passing defense, and they got a pretty good run defense. So I'm going to go with A-Chain. And then I would say Mason. Tron says, with Jaden Daniels now likely to play, would you play Daniels over Tua or Bo Nix? No, I would not. That's just me. That's just me. I don't want to play Jaden Daniels a running quarterback because the only reason why he missed, guys, because he's a running quarterback. A pocket quarterback would have stayed in that game with his ribs. But Jaden Daniels needs to be able to take people hitting him against his ribs, and then he can keep going. I'm telling you, if they play him and he get his ribs touched and he go down, Washington, all of them should be called. Their job should be on the line. They need to come in for a conference. If this boy go down with a rib injury, I'm not saying that I think they should sit him, but make sure you better be healthy. You better be healthy. But yes, I'm playing Tua, man. Tua matchup so good with Tyreek. If Tyreek was out or Water was out or something, yeah, I might say maybe Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels, but I'm going with Tua over Jaden Daniels this week. I want to see my young running quarterback all the way healthy. Will Hayes says, who should I start in my flex spot? Malik Neighbors, J.K. Dobbins, Amari Cooper, Javonte Williams. Bruh, that is tough, Will. That is tough, man. I'm going to say Javonte Williams. Bruh, I don't want you to sit Malik Neighbors. He's not a sit. Amari Cooper's not a sit. J.K. Dobbins, maybe, but he's not a sit either. But I get what you're saying. I'm not telling you got to play all these guys because I know those are good problems. I don't feel great about playing Malik Neighbors, and I'm not responsible for Malik Neighbors being sat on your bench and he's booming and you don't have him in. But I'm going to give it to you raw. Pause. Javonte Williams got a great matchup. He's playing against Carolina, who's allowed like 10 touchdowns this year. They're the sorriest defense in the league. So Javonte Williams is the better play of all those guys, but Malik Neighbors got to be in your lineup. That's the way I feel, but I'm giving you the best play. Mr. To says Brian Robinson or Tank Bigsby. I'm going with Tank and non-PPR. Big Will says, for my other league, Zay versus Cleveland or Keenan Allen versus Washington. Let's go with Keenan Allen versus Washington. The matchup is so gravy. So I'm going with Keenan Allen over Zay. On the main reasons, I don't know if Zay gonna be a decoy. I want to play Zay, but he could be a decoy. Got another super chat in the building from Joel. What's up, Joel? Joel says, what up, bro? I got to start 3 wide receivers out of George Pickens, Marvin Harrison, Brian Thomas, Garrett Wilson, Tank Dell, JSN. Okay. Let's go with JSN. And full, okay, wait a minute. We full PPR, right? Full PPR. So we're going with JSN. We're going with Brian Thomas. And we're going with Garrett Wilson. Now, listen, I'm going with Garrett Wilson over George Pickens and Tank Dell because of, you saw last week, he's still going to get a lot of targets. This is going to become a passing team. I still like Garrett Wilson, especially with the #1 corner being on Devontae Adams. So I like Garrett Wilson over George Pickens. Giants defense is not weak. Marvin Harrison, we can't play him right now. Not with the players that you got. Tank Dell gave you a dud last week. He's not healthy. So the guys who can get there to their ceiling the best is going to be JSN, Garrett Wilson, and Brian Thomas. Those are the 3 guys that I would play. Appreciate you, Joel. I do too, Kevo. Kevo says, I foresee Neighbors getting 14 targets a day. I do too. I see that too, myself. All right. Stacy says, good morning, Titty. Happy Sunday. So, I'm going to start tour today. Yes, ma'am. Hard choice with Cousins having a good matchup. It is. It is a hard choice. Anyway, running backs, Chubb, ETN, Stevenson, Bigsby need to. Bigsby all day. And Stevenson. Bigsby and Stevenson. If Cleveland wasn't playing Baltimore, I would tell you to play Chubb. But I don't like playing Chubb against Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton. Them guys coming in there, they stop that run. They #1 team against stopping the run. The pass is different. So I'm going to say Stevenson and Bigsby. Appreciate you, Stacy. Mr. Two says, what up, bro? What's up with you? Stacy said, I also have JSN or Tillman for the flex. I will go with JSN over Tillman. JSN over Tillman. I love JSN today. Tron says, who should I flex? McLaurin or Mooney, D-Hop or JSN? JSN over, I love Mooney. Mooney got a great matchup. But the way Geno Smith passes the ball, the volume of that he does, he's passing the ball for 50 times a game. I love JSN to be peppered with targets, 10 targets. I actually think the offense might be a little bit better. And I'm not saying DK ain't a monster, but DK, I don't know, man. It's just a lot. I'm not going to get into that right now. I love DK. I think he's an exceptional talent. But I think this offense might flow better with Tyler Lockett and JSN. They get a little bit more separation. They good in and out of their cuts, in and out of their routes. So I like JSN today. I love Mooney. He has a lot of upside with Kirk Cousins. But I got to go with JSN. And I also think Bijan is going to be getting more carries and more carries as the season gets into the third and fourth quadrant. King of Nike says, TD, I'll be at the Texans game today. Okay. Let me know how you go. All right, bro. Let me know how the game go. Let me see here. Let me see. John Curtis says, please rank Tua, Kyler, and Caleb. I'm going to go with Caleb, Tua, and Kyler. Caleb, Tua, and Kyler. Zach Seaman in the building. Zach says, start JSN or Tank Dell. I'm going with JSN over Tank Dell. I'm going with JSN over Tank Dell. The reason why I'm going with JSN, Tank Dell is he's not healthy. He's not getting the separation that he got before he broke his ankle. I think he's going to have a touchdown today. I would actually, for a prop bet, I would take Tank Dell anytime touchdown. I think that's a good bet. But JSN going to get a lot of targets. He might lead the Seattle Seahawks in targets today. So in full PPR, JSN is a great matchup. Got a super chat in the building from MVM. Thank you, bro. The $10 super chat. He says, TD, you the man, bro. Hey, bud. Odunze, Downs, Kirk, Leggett, and Franklin are on waivers. Should I pick up any of these guys up for Tracy, Dowdle, or Ferguson? Yes, for Tracy. Tracy, to me, is a tough start. I don't want to start Tracy. I would start Franklin over Tracy today. I would start Franklin over Tracy today. Troy Franklin over Tracy today. Yep, that's what I would do, bro. I have Kelsey. Yep. So yeah, and pick any of these guys up for Tracy, Dowdle. Yeah, Ferguson is fine. You can put Tracy in, whatever you want to do with Tracy or Ferguson. Ferguson or Kelsey. Dowdle is an okay running back to have as an RB3 flex play. Tracy is an RB3, but I don't want to play him this week. I want to see what's going to happen with Devin Singletary. Isn't Devin Singletary? He's active, right? So that's going to make me go with Franklin, who has a great matchup today over Tracy. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Got another super chat from Vanessa. Appreciate you, Vanessa. She says, Pittman or Wandale or drop one for Bateman. I like Pittman today. A lot of people don't like Pittman, but somebody got to get these targets from AR. Also, AR makes big plays. Pittman can catch his balls. Pause. So I'm gonna let's see here real quick. Let me see this one matchup I'm looking for. I would go with Bateman. Since Zay Flowers is playing, I would go with Bateman, and I would drop maybe Wandale. You can go back and pick him up next week. But I would go with Bateman over Pittman. I love Pittman, but Bateman matchup is good with Zay active. With Zay active, Bateman is going to be good. He's not going to be getting Denzel Ward as much. I don't think so. I don't believe so. Maybe they try to shut Bateman down because he's been really good the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to go with Bateman and drop Wandale. Got another super chat in the building from Mike Shamhart. Appreciate you, Mike. Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you. Let's see. Sports Dog says TD 118 PPR super Using PPR. Okay, PPR Superflex. Using quarterback Love, wide receiver DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, running back Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, tight end Tucker Craft, two flex George Pickens, J.K. Dobbins, defense Detroit kicker Jake Bates. Like it. Let me see. You got DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney. Running back Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, Tucker Craft, George Pickens, J.K. Dobbins, defense. I love the Detroit defense. I don't know your other starters, so these guys look good to me because I don't know who else you got. All these guys are starters. DJ Moore, he's a starter. He's the number one wide receiver for Chicago with a great matchup against Washington. Darnell Mooney got a great matchup with Kirk Cousins, who can go for 300 yards any game. Saquon Bijan, that's top 5 running backs. Tucker Craft is great. I think, yes, I love the lineup. I love your lineup. What's good, Robert? Appreciate you. Josh Allen all the way. You right, bruh. Yep. FW. No, FWM. Josh Allen all the way. I agree. Gino or Kurt? Let me see here. I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins. Go with Kirk Cousins over Gino with no DK today. Kale says, if you plan to start Jake Ferguson at tight end, who would you start in the flex? David Njoku, Jalen Warren, Rashawn Johnson, Alec Pierce, Houston, or bank on Troy Franklin with Bo Nix versus Carolina? First of all, I would trade Jake Ferguson next week if he has a good game, and I would put it David Njoku and let him play in my tight end spot every week. And then I probably would play Troy Franklin in my flex spot over Jalen Warren, Alec Pierce. But if you want to play Ferguson, I'm gonna tell you I guess I say it's okay to put David Njoku in your flex spot. I guess it's okay. You want to play 2 tight ends? That's kind of what you're telling me, and that's okay. It's your team. David Njoku is the next best player who got to start today. I mean, he's the number 1 player for that team on the offensive side. OWD says Worthy or Sutton. That's tough, bro. That's a tough decision. Let's go with the best quarterback against the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's go with Worthy over Sutton. Sutton got a great matchup, but Worthy, I think with D-Hop being out there, that's going to help Worthy be able to stretch the field. So I'm going to say Worthy. But if you went with Sutton, I wouldn't be mad at you. Big Will says Puka looked good. Yes, he did. And I made a video, guys, a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, where I told people to buy low on Puka. To buy low on Puka. If somebody can, if y'all see somebody spamming the chat, delete. If you can, delete it. If they spamming, if you know, make sure you know it's spam. Make sure I say it first. Don't delete anybody's stuff unless I say it. But I see this all game streaming. If y'all can, I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. If you can delete that, appreciate it. Okay. Stacy says, oh, and I picked up Anthony Richardson. Oh, damn. Okay, Stacy, that's what I'm talking about. Now, listen, I'm not telling you to start him because I think you got Tua, right? You picked up Anthony just because he was available. Didn't need an extra tight end. Facts. I love that you stashed AR. Things are going to come around for you, Stacy. Be patient. Be patient. Brandon says, what up, TD? What up, YouTube? He says, start Ricky Pearsall, Bateman, or Jalen Tobin. I'm going with Bateman, with Zay Flowers starting. I'm going with Bateman. Mal for the South says, hey, bro, I got 2 questions. I got screwed, totally screwed. I got both Higgins and Deontay hurt. I got Rome Odunze, Josh Downs, and Keon Coleman. 2 spots. Who do I play also at quarterback? Bo Nix or Tua? So I'm going with Tua over Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix, but Tua to me got more upside than Bo Nix. Bo Nix to me got a better floor. Tua could go for 3 or 4 points and get knocked out of the game with a concussion. Knock on wood. Not saying that's going to happen, but that can happen. Bo Nix is fine. He don't have any concussion problems. I'm not saying he's going to score 30 points, 40 points, but he can give you 20 points. And that's a good week for Bo Nix. That's a top 12 quarterback, which is going to be fine for you. But I'm going to go with Tua. I'm going to give you the upside. Now, if you want to go with Bo, I'm not going to say, that was a bad play. I'm not going to say nothing about anybody wanting to play Bo today, because if Bo got the matchup that he need for the whole year. If you're going to play Bo, you got to play Bo today. Tua, though, got the upside. Okay, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to get him out of there. He keeps spamming the chat. I'm going to get him out of there. I got him out of there. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tua, and then I'm gonna go with Keon Coleman, and I'm gonna go with Josh Downs over Rome Odunze, even though Rome Odunze, yep, thank you, B Growing. I'm gonna go with Josh Downs over Rome Odunze because Josh Downs, his upside for big plays. Rome Odunze got a great matchup against Washington. But DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, I think they're going to eat before him. And Cole Kmet. But Rome Odunze could have a big play. We all know that. Because it's against Washington. Caleb Williams can throw the deep ball at any time, scrambling. But I'm going to go with Josh Downs. But if you want to go with Rome, there's nothing wrong with that. But I definitely think you got to get Keon Coleman out there with the injuries that you have. Frizz says, for sure, I appreciate the help. Anytime, Frizz. Yeah, I'm still going with Keon Coleman and Josh Downs, mouth from the South. Soho says, Montgomery, Garrett Wilson, flex. Thank you. I'm going with Garrett Wilson. Soho. Perfect Black. What's up, bro? He says, Cohen or Tyler Boyd. I'm going with Tyler Boyd over Cohen. MVM says, good morning, TD. JT or Bigsby? I'm going with Bigsby over JT. Kelsey or Ferguson? I'm going with Kelsey over Ferguson. Dobbs, McMillan, Worthy. Pick 2, please. Dobbs and Worthy. I'm going with Dobbs and Worthy. Eric B says, thanks, TD. I appreciate your help. Anytime, Eric. Anytime. South 77 says, what up, PPR, Mahomes or Burrow? I think I'm going with Burrow. Yeah, so T. Higgins, look like he's going to be out. That's why I said not Tyler Boyd, but Chase Brown. So it looks like Chase Brown and Jamar Chase should have a great game today. Maybe a little bit of Gesicki. But I'm going to go with Burrow over Mahomes. I'm going to go with Burrow over Mahomes. Vanessa says, Pittman or condolences or drop one for Bateman. Lockett, Deontay Johnson. Like I said, I think Bateman has a great matchup today. Also, Lockett. I'll block it because I know you asked me that question earlier. Lockett has a great matchup too. I would pick up Bateman and try to play Bateman. Dylan says start Worthy or D-Hop. That's tough. I'm going to go with D-Hop, but I don't feel great about it. I don't know how many snaps he's going to get, how many targets he's going to get. So I'm going to say D-Hop over Worthy in full PPR. The Gone Network says Cousins or Mahomes. I'm going with Cousins over Mahomes. B. Growing says pick 2, Kamara, Brian Thomas Jr., Pickens, or Terry McLaurin. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. and Pickens. Brian Thomas Jr. and Pickens. UFWM says out of all teams he went to Kansas, that team already 6-0. Now they got D Hop, bro. Right. Brandon says I got a feeling Odell gets in the end zone today. It's possible. It's possible. 7 says Mahomes or Murray, 4 points per passing touchdown. I'm going with Murray with the rushing upside. I'm going with Murray with the rushing upside. Damien says, yo, I have a question. What's your question, Damien? Black Bank says Franklin Riley or McConkey for the third wide receiver slot. Dowdle or Chase Brown in the flex. I'm going with Chase Brown over Dowdle. And I will go with Franklin over Ridley and McConkey. Chris Vila says stash Purcell or likely. I got McBride, but I also got Devo. I would stash Purcell. You can always go back and pick up likely. You can always go back and pick up likely. You can always go back and pick up likely. So I would say stash Purcell. Brandon says D-Hop might open up Xavier Worthy for some explosive facts. Brandon. KC got smoke for the Raiders too. Might blow them out. Facts. Facts. Dylan says Brian Thomas Jr. or Worthy. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. Sports Dog says TD 100, 18 standard, 6-point touchdown quarterback. Lamar Jackson. Okay. He's a star. Jahmyr Gibbs, Breach Hall, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, David Njoku, Flex, James Conner, Sitz, or Bateman, Kincaid, Higgins, and Brian Robinson. Yes. Those are good. Now listen, with Jaden Daniels playing, I like to try to play Brian Robinson. I would like to, but the Bears is a great matchup. I think your team is set straight. I think you got it. Yep, you killing it. I like this start. Your starts. Damon says I traded this guy Kirk Cousins and Sam Laporta for JFC and Brian Robinson Jr. I like that. That's a good trade. That's a good trade. Yep. Thank you, Robert. Higgins is out today. Higgins is out today. Thank you, Robert. Kivo says I wish Flacco was the coach QB1, but business is business, I guess. Right. Actually, I disagree. I want to see what AR got, so I want him to go out there and play. You got to let him play. You remember? Look, this is what I would tell you. Do you remember Kobe Bryant when he first got in the NBA? He had some struggles. But look what Kobe Bryant ended up being. And the reason why they fired the coach that they had and brought in Phil Jackson, that guy did not want to play Kobe. He was talking about Kobe ain't ready. He was playing Eddie Jones over Kobe. So we know what Joe Flacco can do, but we got to let AR get his reps because that dude upside is good, man. He hasn't played enough in his whole career. He needs to get some game reps. So I want to see AR out there. Got another super chat from my homie Deal Devoted. Appreciate you, bro. He says cutting edge content opinions on these moves. TD. One traded CJ and Waddle for Pat. CJ Stroud and Waddle for Pat and Worthy. 2 Kareem Hunt for Garrett Wilson. 3 Rome for D Hop. I like Rome for D-Hop. Okay, cutting edge content. Opinions on these moves. Okay, so the Rome for D-Hop is a good one. Pat and Worthy. Okay, hold on. So CJ and Waddle for Pat and Worthy. I like the CJ and Waddle better over Pat and Worthy. 2. And then the second one is Kareem Hunt for Garrett Wilson. If you don't need, I like that you selling Kareem Hunt right now because Pacheco could come back. So I like that move. I like 2 other moves. See, I don't like the Pat and Worthy one that you got rid of CJ and Waddle, but I like the Kareem Hunt for Garrett Wilson, and I like the Rome for D-Hop. Yep. Appreciate you, Deal. Appreciate the super chat, bruh. Let me see. see. Dylan says thoughts. I traded CJ and Water for Pat Mahomes and Worthy. Oh, okay, okay. Is this the same one? I wouldn't have done that. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I wouldn't have done that. I would have held on to CJ and Waddle. But what you betting on, it could hit. And I know what you betting on. If Mahomes start picking up, because Mahomes, okay, we gotta get ready for the playoffs. Just start pushing the ball downfield now. Now Mahomes is back to that perennial 25 points a game guy. So if that happens, you killed it. You killed it. If it don't happen, your team still should be okay. But I understand what you betting on, bro. I just wouldn't have done it. That doesn't mean it won't hit though. Kivo says that was a bad trade, Dylan. You got fleeced. I ain't gonna say you got fleeced. I'm not gonna say you got fleeced. He said respectfully. Chris says stash AR when I got Golf and Donald. Okay, stashed AR when I got Golf and Donald. Good job, Chris. Good job. B Growing says, yo, hit the like button. I said what I said. Appreciate you, B Growing. Mr. Anderson, what's up, bruh? Appreciate you. UFWM says Mahomes has more interceptions than touchdowns. He does, but he's playing really good real life football. And he's still rated 99 in Madden. Yep, because he's playing good football. Alabama Tide, what's up? King of Nike says JSN, Zay Flowers, or Chase Brown. DK out. I'm going with JSN over Chase Brown and Zay. Black Bank says this is the time. This is my time. Ever even consider putting Zay on the bench, but Flowers, Cook, B-Rob Jr. in the flex. Yes, I get it, bro. Because of we don't know what's gonna happen. Is he a decoy? So I understand what you're saying. Flowers, Cook, B-Rob Jr. in the flex. I like Cook. If you don't want to play Flowers, I would probably play Flowers. I would say James Cook. I would put James Cook in. Brian Robinson Jr. usually is a start for me, but I'm worried about Jaden Daniels' injury, so I'm gonna say James Cook. I actually like Flowers, but because of what happened, I'm gonna say Cook slightly over Zay Flowers and over Brian Robinson Jr. Evidently, guys, Jaden Daniels should be healthy, but the matchup is tough. The Chicago Bears defense look good every week, so I just can't go to none of the Washington Commanders players. Renato, what's up, bro? He says Anthony Richardson or Bo Nix. I'm going with Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Tanner says, would you start Bigsby with no ETN over James Cook? Yes, I would. I would start Tank Bigsby over no ETN over James Cook. UFWM says I start Ray Davis over both of them. I understand what you're saying. I can't do it. Bigsby looks like the best running back in the NFL on a per carry basis, so I'm gonna keep riding with Bigsby. Let's see here. Kivo says, I foresee Neighbors getting 14 targets today. I see that too. I can see him getting hyper-targeted. Kale says, if you plan to start Jake Ferguson at tight end, who would you start in the flex? David Njoku, Jalen Warren, Roshan Johnson, Alec Pierce versus Houston, or bank on Troy Franklin? I think we did that one already. Yeah, I would tell you to put David Njoku in. Jonathan says, if Persar start today, possible breakout game? Yes, he's a star today. This depends on who you got, Jonathan. It depends on who you got. Kivo says, should I drop Odunze and never look back if he still doesn't get enough targets today. The Bears ain't using him right, so I don't see the point of keeping him in fantasy. Well, different quadrants. He's a rookie. They could start pushing the ball downfield and making a lot of big plays with him. That's the only reason why you will hold on to him. Other than that, I get what you're saying. But if you want to drop him, I like what you said. Don't think we done with it. Don't worry about it no more. No matter what he does, if you drop him, just be done with it and move forward and start working the waiver wire for other players. If you hold on to him, then hold on to him and see what happens. You got to make those two decisions. But either way, I like what you said. You're gonna move forward with it. Nug says, should I start Dak Richardson or Caleb Williams? Nugs, you should start Caleb Williams. Nigel, he says Flowers, Pearsall, Sutton, pick one. I'm going with Flowers over Pearsall and Sutton. Jacob says, there we go with this down. Let's see. Let me see. Lost my spot. Okay, here we go. Jacob says Nick Chubb or Chase Brown, RB2. I'm going with Chase Brown, Jacob. I'm going with Chase Brown. Nug says, should I start Dak Richardson or Caleb Williams? We starting Caleb Williams. Terry Crowder, he says Geno or Wilson today. I'm going with Geno over Russell Wilson. Trade ETN for Chase Brown. Yes, sir. Trade ETN for Chase Brown. Do that, David. David B, do that. Jonathan says, I gave up on that. Sometimes you got to do that. I'm not mad at you. John Curtis says, thanks, brother. Anytime, John. Martin Castillo says, TD, I have JD Daniels and AR5. Would you drop AR5 for Rodgers? No, I would not. Wilson or Bo Nix? I'm going with Nix, but I'm willing to start AR5. Got you. Yeah, and Jaden Daniels and AR5. That's tough, man. Me, I like AR5. If I got a strong team, I'll be willing to start AR5 today. But it's either way, man. You can go with Jaden Daniels. He's healthy. To me, guys, I think you got to start Jaden Daniels because there's no way they started Jaden Daniels with a hurt rib. There's no way they doing. They're not crazy. They're not crazy. So Jaden Daniels, I guess, is the start over AR5. And I would not trade AR5 for no Aaron Rodgers. And I would play Bo Nix. Clip says, you look like my old cellmate. Damn, swear you look familiar. Bro, I ain't never been on the chain game. Praise God. But nah, bro, appreciate it. A lot of people say I look familiar. A lot of people say I look familiar for people that they know. Jacob says, Nick Chubb or Chase Brown. I'm going with Chase Brown today. Let's see. KC Mark says, on some real stuff, as you can see from my profile pic, I'm an Eagles fan. Why ain't they been the same since the Super Bowl? The reason why they ain't been the same, Casey, is offensive coordinators are big. Let me go back to my team, the Dallas Cowboys, in the 90s. When Troy Aikman lost, what's his name? Dang, I can't think of his name. I just gotta. His son coaches right now for the Buffalo Bills. But when we lost him, Troy Aikman, he didn't like it. He struggled after that. North Turner. When North Turner was there, Troy Aikman loved it. So I believe when Shane Steichen left, it hurt Jalen Hurts, and I don't think anybody can coach to the flavor and the style that Shane Steichen was coaching Jalen Hurts to. So that's why Jalen Hurts has been struggling. I don't think he's reading the field the same way that Shane Steichen is. That's why they took Shane Steichen and hired him for the Colts because they want him to do that for AR. Because Jalen Hurts came out of nowhere with that passing skill set. I think that's what's hurting Jalen Hurts. I don't think he has the same offensive coordinator. That's my 2 cents on that. Robert Mallett says Cousins or Mahomes. I'm going with Cousins today. Thomas Racing says Pollard or Shakir. I'm going with Pollard. Mike Shamhart says, what up, G? Woohoo, go 49ers. I want my Cowboys to win. Eric B says Franklin, Bateman, Chase Brown, pick one for the flex, half PPR. I'm going with I'm gonna say Chase Brown. With T. Higgins being out, I'm going with Chase Brown over Franklin and Bateman. I'm going with Chase Brown over Franklin and Bateman. If you wanted to go with Bateman, I don't think it would be wrong, but I like Chase Brown. Let's go with the running back who's going to catch passes no matter what the game script is. Even though it's half-point PPO, I still think he got touchdown upside. Ethan says, should I go Tua, AR, or Caleb Williams? I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. Conscious Machine says, game day, I'm here. Hit the like button. Yes, let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Lazard is out too. Thank you, Siobhan. User 279 says, YouTube. Martin Castillo says, need two, bruh. Dobbs, Pickens, or Flowers, cutting edge content. Let's go with Pickens over Dobbs. I'm going with Pickens over Dobbs and Flowers. User 279 says Laporta or Kincaid to start. Let's go with Laporta. Let's go with Laporta today. Let's go with Laporta. Laporta, no Jameson Williams. Kincaid got Amari Cooper to hit, taking targets from him. Let's go with Laporta over Kincaid. Jordan Green says, do I start Montgomery or Higgins in my flex? You got to start Montgomery. Higgins is out. Got to start Montgomery now. Higgins is out. Conscious Machine says, TD, I have Kittle questionable. It's a 2 flex with tight end option. I plan to play Otten at 1 p.m. Kittle in my wide receiver running back tight end spot with the move to Tobit in the same late game tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. I like the strategy. Mike says, G, I got Devontae Adams, George Pickens, St. Brown, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. You about to kill. Good job, Mike. Kevin Scott says, Zay or Rico. Zay or Rico. I'm going with Zay over Rico. Mike says, G, you like the Falcons defense versus Tampa Bay? Yes, I do. That is a sneaky play for me today. I do think the Falcons can win this game. I do think their defense play really good. They don't got any wide receivers. Only the best wide receiver they got probably is Odd, unless Trey Palmer or McMillan step up. Conscious Machine says, or do I play Sutton or Watson in the flex too and trust Kittle plays? Sitting Otten. You can't sit Otten. You got to play. Go ahead and play Otten. Play Otten and Kittle together. That's what I would do. Grin Ninja says, need to know. I got Adams, Reed, Dobbs, and D-Hop. Who do I start in a wide receiver 2 in flex? So I would start Devontae Adams, and Jaden Reed. I would start Devontae Adams and Jaden Reed. Don Mayweather. I'm sorry, bro. What's up, Don? Always showing support. I traded Brian Robinson Jr., D-Hop, to get Puka Nacua. Yes, sir. Good job. Great job. Because I know you got, if you traded Brian Robinson, I know you got great running back depth. D-Hop, people, that's a great time to trade. He at his highest. And you got Puka Nacua, who is a monster. You ain't got to worry about none of that unless he gets hurt. So I love that trade. Good job, Don. Conscious Machine says, love Marvin Harrison Jr., Dobbs, Gibbs, Walker, Mason, Kittle, and a flex too. Buffalo, DST. Love Marvin Harrison Jr., Gibbs, Walker, right, and a flex too. Okay, I guess you asking me to choose a flex and a flex too. Yeah, I think that's those guys that you got starting is going to kill. I like that you go ahead and start in Marvin Harrison Jr. He's volatile, but if you ain't got no better player, then play him. Dobbs is going to be safe. Gibbs is a monster. Kenneth Walker is a monster. Mason gonna get a lot of carries, knowing that CMC is coming back. I like that. Green Ninja says, and also, which quarterback should I start this week? Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins? I'm going with Kirk Cousins. Mike says, G, I know you like Dallas, but we need the 49ers to win. I don't care about fantasy. Facts. Facts. Big Rowan says he's gone. Appreciate that, Big Rowan. Mike Sharon said, what do you think about Jacksonville running backs? Is Travis Etienne going to Dallas? I think so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so, Mike. Matthew South says, thank you so much. Anytime. Terry Crowder says, morning, buddy. What's your thoughts on Jonathan Brooks? Just another guy. I kept telling everybody the whole year, Terry. I don't know if you, because I've seen you here before. I've been telling about Chuba's playing out of his mind. Now, if Chuba gets traded, Jonathan Brooks will be fine. But Chuba is the man on that team. Chuba's playing out of his mind. Chuba is a top 10 talented running back in the NFL right now, if you look at his PFF rankings. Been holding for a minute. Here he's coming back. And good call on buy low on Puka. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Yes, sir. D Lion. Still with the rookie crew. Appreciate you, bruh. Ethan says Zay Flowers, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Rashad White. I'm going with that's rough, Ethan. I'm gonna go with Rashad White. He's gonna catch a lot of passes. They don't have a lot of wide receivers. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. I like Zay. I think I'm starting those guys if I got them on my team. But Rashad White got an optimal matchup with the injuries on his team. So I'm gonna say Rashad White. Ronaldo says Tank Bigsby worthy or ETN Tank Bigsby. Hunter Ethan says Hunter Henry or Mark Andrews. Let's go with Mark Andrews. Let's go with Mark Andrews. KJ says Rashad White or Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm going with Rashad White. Rashad White. Chris Vila says shout out to Eddie Jones. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got another super chat in the building. D Lion says bet of the day. See in comment section. Okay. Let me see. The bet of the day is he's going with Keon Coleman, 40 plus receiving yards. I like that. Is plus 160. Last week, Coop and Keon had their best game, right? 7 targets, 125 yards, right? Smash 40 plus yard game. Don't get cute. Right. I like that. So Keon Coleman, guys, 40 plus receiving yards. That's the bet of the day. Thank you, D Lion. The Don says, yeah, man, Kobe was talked about like he was a bust as a rookie. Facts. That's why you got to give them space to mature on your team. Same thing with fantasy. Y'all be like, TD, why you want me to trade my backups? Because you got to give your guys space to get better. You know the reason why I got Brian Thomas on a lot of my leagues, and I might be 500 in a couple leagues, but I got a really great team, is because I held on to guys and gave them space to get better. That's what you have to do with your rookies. Everybody don't come in like a Malik Neighbors or Jamar Chase and start booming day one. You got to give them a little bit of space. Look at Troy Franklin. We didn't know if he was going to make the team. People told me in the chat, so bro, you made a video on Troy Franklin. He might not even make the team. You got to give him space to get better. It's a different game from college to NFL. Kyle Singer, what's up, bro? Long time no see. He says pick 2, full PPR, wide receiver 2 in flex. Chubb, Dobbs, Shakir McMillan. I'm gonna go with. So you need 2, full PPR, wide receiver 2 in the flex. I'm gonna go with Dobbs and McMillan. I'm going with Dobbs and McMillan. Cal says, listen to this man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Bucky Irvin is healthy. Bucky Irvin is healthy. I still like Rashad White, though. I still like Rashad White. Tyler Sperry, what's up, bro? He says, Otten or Ferguson, Love or Hurts. I'm going with Otten over Ferguson, and I'm going with Love over Hurts. Love is the best fantasy football quarterback, or second best to Lamar. Love and Lamar are league-winning quarterbacks. Go buy them right now. I don't care what you got to pay for. Don't spend nothing crazy on them. But Love and Lamar are the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now and in fantasy. Siobhan says, hey, TD, playing Keon Coleman today. Wide receiver 2. Thoughts on the matchup for him against Seattle? Jump ball, touchdown. That's the way he played the game. He ain't going to be catch. Next thing you know, he got 8 catches at halftime. No, that's not Keon Coleman. Now, anything can happen. He can get hot. They can put him on give him a bad matchup, and he exploit it. But I think he can have 2 touchdowns because he's a jump ball touchdown guy. That's the type of guy he is. He's kind of like Mike Williams. He's like a Mike Williams. That's his game style. That's how they use him. So I think he has touchdown upside. I would expect him to get a touchdown today. I actually would make a prop bet for anytime touchdown Keon Coleman. And we just saw it in the chat from D-Lion. He talked about the 40-plus receiving yards. I like the touchdown, too. Sorry, guys. The heat and stuff in this house, in my apartment, drives me out. So that's why y'all always be like, TD, your mouth is dry. There's nothing I can do about it. Forgive me. 50 likes booming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dean James Talley. What's up, bro? Who should I flex today? Half PPR, Dobbs, Marvin Harrison, Chase Brown, T. Higgins, or Dowdle. Half point PPR, I will go with Chase Brown over Dowdle, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Dobbs. This Marvin Harrison Jr. is a must start, but I'm just going to give you the better play. I love Chase Brown today, especially with T. Higgins being out. They're going to use him to catch passes. So I like Chase Brown over T. Higgins and Dowdle. Jaden Lamb says start Wilson or Tyreek this week. You got to start Tyreek. Jaden Lamb. Nick says, which tight end do I start? Henry, Andrews, or Kraft? I'm going go with Mark Andrews over Hunter Henry and Tucker Kraft. Got a super chat in the building. First super chat from King of Nike. He says, JSN, Zay, or Chase Brown in the flex. I'm going with JSN over Zay and Chase Brown. Should I start Ramondre RB2 or Chase Brown? I will go with Chase Brown. So go JSN and Chase Brown. King of Nike. Appreciate you, bruh. Yes, sir. And Robert Mitchell with the super chat. He says, best for fantasy, Purdy, Hurts, Drake May, Komet, or Kraft. Full PPR. So for the quarterbacks, I think you got to go with Hurts over Purdy and Drake May. And for tight end, I will go with Komet over Kraft. Appreciate that, Robert Mitchell. Appreciate the super chat, guys. Siobhan says, playing Tua today over Mahomes. What do you think, TD? Playing Tua today over Mahomes? I like that. You got to do what you got to do. Deal Devoted says, that's what I had in mind, TD, to squeeze the Chiefs offense. Right. And I get what you're saying. It makes sense, bro. I get it. Let's see. Missing my spot. Let's see. Got another super chat in the building from Kyle Singer. He says, pick 2 full PPR. Chubb, Dobbs, Shakir McMillan. I don't know what the last one is right there. Let me look, see if you, okay. But I would say for the 2, I'm picking Dobbs and McMillan. I don't know what the last person you mentioned, but I would choose Dobbs and McMillan. I can't go with Chubb, man. He's got a tough matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. So McMillan and Chubb. It's I love you. Oh, okay, okay. Love, I got love for you too, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Okay. Um, Not Daniel says thoughts on A Chain. He's a start. He's gonna boom today. Play him. Put him in your lineup no matter what. B says Njoku over Jalen Warren is ridiculous. No, it's not. And there y'all go again, looking for something for nothing. Looking for something for nothing. I'm not even gonna respond to that, B. But listen, and I get what you're saying. Jalen Warren he should get some carries. Najee is getting a lot of the goal line. Njoku, bruh, is the number one wide receiver. That's like Amari Cooper. This dude had 14 targets last week with Jameis Winston playing. Njoku is the number one and number two tight end for the rest of the season if he's healthy. That's why I'm going to Njoku. That's why I'm telling him. And if you listen to the whole thing, I told him that he needed to trade his tight ends. That's why I chastise y'all and talk shit to y'all sometimes, because y'all are ridiculous sometimes. Listen, I know it's YouTube. Troll. That's what YouTube is for. To be honest with you, it's not always for everybody to come and clap for you. It's for people to troll you a little bit, because people, that's what it's about. It's not, you shouldn't take it serious. But when you sit here, man, and do that, like, bro, just be better. You're not a female. Come on now, you know what I said. But yes, I like Njoku today. Not saying you should be playing Njoku in the flex over positional players, but with his team, he got Ferguson and Njoku. Ferguson has a good matchup today. Ferguson is probably like a top 2 pick or a top 2 option for Dak Prescott. So trade Ferguson next week and make sure you put Njoku at your tight end every week. That's what I said. Anyway, going to Deal Devoted says, I believe that with the injury to Wideout is why Mahomes' play is bad, not him particularly. Facts. If D-Hop is like getting Keenan Allen, he's going to get open on double teams or double team. Right. Facts. Facts. I think Mahomes will get better as the season go out. I think they just worried about getting they want to win a Super Bowl. They don't care about stats. User 279 said, TD, what wide receiver should I start? Keenan Allen, Jalen McMillan, or Ricky Pearsall? Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, user. Dean James Talley says, would you start Tank Bigsby over Dobbs or Jalen Waddle today for the flex? I'm starting Jalen Waddle. Okay, wait a minute. Tank Bigsby over Dobbs. I'm starting Tank Bigsby over Dobbs. I'll say you got to start Tank and Jalen Waddle. Start Tank and Jalen Waddle. Toad says Eagles win. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a tight game. I don't know. I think it's gonna come down to a field goal. Brandon says, TD, you do consulting. Get some questions on starting a channel. Okay, got some questions on starting a channel. Yes, I do consultations. Just hit me up at fantasygoodesports@gmail.com and we can set up a consultation. Mr. G says, unpopular opinion with Jennings out. I think Prescott is going to have a better game than Waddle. I have both. What you think? I can't debate that. It's fantasy. It can happen. Somebody can have a better game. That don't mean that I'd rather have Waddle no matter what, because I know Waddle can have an 80-yard touchdown. I don't think Pearsall is going to be like Waddle where he catching balls for 80 yards every game. We know Waddle did that. But as far as getting hyper targeted today with Jennings being out, hell yeah, Pearsall can do that, and he can have more catches than Waddle, and he can finish better than Waddle. But I'm playing Waddle over him. I hope that makes sense. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why people troll my channel, because they be like, wait a minute, you're gonna play Waddle over, and then but Pearsall is the number one guy. What? And then so say Pearsall out doing, I told you, and then week 12 when Waddle is booming, ain't nobody got nothing to say about Waddle and Pearsall. They move. Yeah, man, Waddle. Well, what about when you said I was crazy for sticking with Waddle out in week 7 and 8? That's how life is. Nobody remembers nothing. They only remember what they need to remember from something that happened yesterday. But you don't remember the when week 5 and week 3 you said it was crazy. I bet y'all are scared to say, TD, that's crazy. Because you know I'm gonna call that shit out when it go. And I'm admit it. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna call it out too when I'm wrong. I'm not gonna just cherry pick when I'm right. So I just think that sometimes y'all not like it's I got loyal people, but there's a lot of people that troll the channel and they be saying crazy stuff. Um, but yeah, Mr. G, I would say I'm still starting Waddle, but Purcell is a good start today. Steven says Purdy or JD5. I would go with JD5 over Purdy. I'm going with JD5 over Purdy. Leo says, hello, bro. I'm from Albania. What's going on with you, Leo? D-Lion said, what's popping? Siobhan says, Higgins out, Zay Flowers in, guys. Appreciate that, Siobhan. Drip says, can you please help me start one, big bro? Tank Dell, Jalen Waddle, Stephon Diggs. I'm going with Waddle. I don't know, Stephon Diggs. I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs over Tank Dell and Waddle. It's safer. Waddle got more upside than both of them, but Stephon Diggs should get more targets than Tank Dell and Waddle. So I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs in full PPR. Siobhan says Lazard is out. Pew Pew says, why you got girly hairstyle, bruh? If that's what you want to call it, bruh. If you want to call it, it can be girly. I know I get girls. Eric B says this is cutting edge content. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. D Lion said, okay, we did that one. Robert says, good morning, Kraft or Komet. I'm going with Komet, Robert. I'm going with Komet. Brian Ortega says, TD, Brian Thomas Jr. or Scary Terrier. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going with Brian Thomas Jr. Elisa says, TD, have PPR, Mason, Brian Robinson, or Jacobs, or Bigsby. Need 3. So I'm going with Bigsby, Mason, and Brian Robinson. I'm going with Mason, Bigsby, and Brian Robinson. Siobhan says, did you do the weather? Yes, I did, Siobhan. I did the weather already. Mike says, gee, I beat my wife in fantasy last week. She didn't talk to me for 2 days. No married people in fantasy. I see. Yeah, you don't want them problems. Siobhan says, I may have missed that. Any games to be worried about? Yes, there was one game to be worried about. Let me see real quick, Siobhan. Let me look. It was, let me see, the Chicago and Washington game. The Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders game. Be careful with that. Also was another game that I want to talk about. The Dallas and San Francisco game got some rain in it. 13 miles per hour wind. Let me see. It might be one more. Seattle and the Buffalo Bills with 17 miles per hour wind. Those are the 3 games that got, a little bit of crazy weather. This ain't no also the guy that spoke earlier. This ain't no girl hairstyle. This is you ever see Menace to Society? Right? So this is the hairstyle. Nobody says that, but you come on my channel and try to troll me. Don't take my kindness. Don't take my kindness for weakness. I would love for you to say that to my face in real life. Let's see. MVM says, who should I trade Jonathan Taylor to? I don't trust his foot. Yes, I would trade him, but you got to make sure you get something nice for him. I agree with you. I don't trust his foot. I don't trust those ankles. Damo says Damo the fantasyologist says I got Higgins sitting this week with Reed as my other wide receiver. I got Hopkins in the bench with Keenan Allen and Tank failed. Who am I putting in for Higgins? I think you should put in Keenan Allen. David T says Hunt or Barbers. I don't know who that is, but I would say Kareem Hunt. David T says Pollard, Harrison Jr., Bigsby. Pick one. I'm picking Bigsby. Siobhan says need a really good bounce back game from Devontae Smith. Right. I do too. Your boy says I got Jamar and Drake starting, or should I take Drake out for Romeo? Nah, don't take Drake out. Drake should start. A Gang Gribble says, yo, TD, who you like more out of Tua and Baker this week? I like Tua. I already have Tyreek and A-Chain. Yeah, I like Tua. D-Line, okay, we did that one. Terry Crowder says, should I drop Wilson for Tua before anyone grabs him? Should I drop Wilson for Tua? Yes. Brandon says, last roster spot, Kamani Vidal, Kendre Miller, or Braylon Allen. Throw Keith Mitchell in the mix too. I would say Braylon Allen. He's a premium handcuff. Matley says Brian Robinson or Romeo Dobbs at the flex. Um, that's close. With Jaden Daniels being healthy, I'm gonna say Brian Robinson, even though the Chicago Bears defense is really good. So I'm gonna say Brian Robinson. All right, guys, we got a couple more minutes. So if you want to make sure you get your questions in, super chat. Other than that, I'm gonna kind of skim through. It's getting close to 12 o'clock, so I've been going about an hour and 30. Master Samurai says love of Daniels. I'm going with love all day. Martin Castillo says TD, Caleb Williams, or Mahomes. I'm going with Caleb Williams, and I'm gonna go with Tank Dell over D Hop. I'm going with Tank Dell over D Hop. I think Tank Dell should have a touchdown today. Yes, you're right, Brian Ortega. Facts. Brian Ortega says, y'all make sure to drop bombs on your bench and pick up handcuffs. That's what you do every Sunday morning. G says, do I flex Montgomery or Devontae Adams? Devontae Adams. You go with Devontae Adams. I have Dobbins, Swift, Neighbors, St. Brown starting. Should I play Montgomery over Dobbins and flex Adams? Let's go with Dobbins over Montgomery today. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I will go with Dobbins. It's tough, man. I respect the Titans D. I'm gonna go with Dobbins, but if you want to go with Montgomery, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going with Montgomery. I'm going with Dobbins. Rather star Andrea Yosevis or Rashad Bateman hurting the flex spot. I would start Rashad Bateman. Nick says you like Kincaid or Andrews. I like Andrews. Brian says TD got the realest fantasy channel on here. Not no bullshit. Facts. Facts. If I can get them off, if I can get the guys off my hairstyle, y'all be on my hairstyle. The dudes are weird. Dudes be on hairstyle. They see these hairstyles. They see their celebrities with the same hairstyle over and over again. These young little Beaky and little Iki. All these guys, they listen to the music, be bopping their head, dancing like a girl, but want to come on my channel talking about my hairstyle is it's like a girl. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm the wrong one. I'm gonna chastise you. I'm a brother, so I'm gonna chastise you. I ain't gonna. Hey, I'm gonna ignore it because this is. I'm professional. I'm gonna call your ass out. You come over here and start trolling my channel. Um, Charlene says, "Hey TD, I never check my opponent team. I'm not playing them. I'm playing myself to do well week to week. Right? Facts. I check it a little bit. But you're right. It's about yourself. I'm telling you. You're right, Charlene. Keep pumping out that gas. Mr. G says the Giants tackled Andrew Thomas on IR. That was the best player and made Jones better. Preach, Mr. G. Preach. Production we're going out. Neighbors might be a sell house. You could be right. I can't do it. Because I love neighbors, but everything that you said is straight facts. I think he can still overcome it. They gotta overcome it. If they can't overcome it, then everybody's gonna get fired. We already know what's gonna happen to Daniel Jones in the offseason, but Brian Daboll could get fired. Dakota Fraser said, "You think Bateman is gonna outplay Flowers?" I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here. I don't know about Zay Flowers. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna give him targets or they give him a couple targets or if they hyper target him. I don't know. I like Bateman. I think Bateman has a chance for a touchdown. That's the only thing that I can tell you about the Baltimore Ravens today. Receivers. Contra Machine says Buffalo, Kittle, and Walker will shine in the rain. Facts. You gotta trust it. D-Line says flex McBride or Pearsall. I would flex McBride. I want to get McBride in my lineup. Robert says, need one, bruh. Stevenson, Chase Brown, James Conner. I would start James Conner over Chase Brown and Stevenson. But it's close between Chase Brown and James Conner. Rick says, should I play Kamara or Brian Robinson? I would play Brian Robinson because Jaden Daniels is playing. If Jaden Daniels don't play, go with Kamara. It's all about Jaden Daniels. Would you trade Mason for Swift? Maybe. If it's a week or two before CMC comes back, then yes. Swift, I can see you doing that. Why would you hold on to Mason when CMC comes back? So yeah, I'm okay with that. Charlene says, I'm sorry I'm late. I had you check all my 50 leagues roster today. Most of them are free, but I don't care. I check them Thursday morning and Sunday mornings. Right. Raven says, is Baker still a good start with no Evans and Godwin? A. Rich is my other quarterback. No, I would start A. Rich with no Evans and Godwin. All right, guys, I'm about to just okay, we almost finished. Okay. Ravy says, is Baker okay, we did that one. Conscious says, come on, let's get to 100 likes. We getting close to there. Charlene says, I love leagues that have wild cards that use points rather than records. Right. Mr. Skrilla says, yes, I agree. Bruh, you gotta understand, I'm a sports guy. But it's hard for me to ignore people, man, when they say shit like that. It's almost like I'm letting somebody disrespect me. But I gotta understand it's YouTube, right? That's what they gonna do. Appreciate the Mr. Skrilla. D-Lion, Terry Goddess is right. I love this odd and Kittle lineup with Gibbs, Walker, and Mason this week. Yup. I think that's a power move. I agree. You got it, bruh. Kale says Kamara or Tanky Bigsby. I'm going with Tanky Bigsby, bruh. D-Line says, I got that Mexican black hair. Jesus look. Right. Yo, hey, like, that's that, come on, D-Line. What's the guy named O-Dog? What's the dude on Menace to Society? This is the same hairstyle. Nobody never said he was funny, right? Come on now. Why I got a beard and everything. Why I gotta be that guy? Why you gotta come here and do the Diddy thing with me? You taking my kindness for weakness? Do I gotta go and cuss everybody out and pull a gun out right here? And I'm cool enough to be in the cool club? Get out of here with that, man. Get out. But it's good. It's good. TV is good content. If you don't have trolls, you don't have following. D-Line, you crazy. I got that Mexican black hair. Jesus look. That boy crazy, man. Kincaid or Oden? I'm going with Oden. I'm going with Oden. Um, Kale says Trey McBride or David Njoku. I actually would go David Njoku over Trey, but I think both of those guys are stars. Najee or Tank Bixby? I'm going with Tank. Uh, no, I would start Andrews over Laporta, Mr. Skrilla. Conjure says my hair long. I started the man bun in 2007. Right, facts. My whole county knows it's getting old, but I let it grow. Right. Um, anytime, Charlene. Cooper or Pickens? I'm starting Amari. I think I'm starting Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'm starting Amari Cooper over Pickens. 4 people, JSN or Scary Terry? I'm going with JSN. What's good, Vips? Yankees said start Tank or Monty. I'm starting Tank. Vip says Jalen McMillan, Roman Duze, Jake Ferguson, pick 2, wide receiver 2, and flex with Higgins or Mike Evans out. I'm gonna go with Roman Dunze and Jake Ferguson. Yeah, I'm going with Roman Duze and Jake Ferguson. Big Orange Grid says, bro, I'm starting Demario Douglas and Jake and Jalen McMillan. That's fine. Demario Douglas, I like it. He got a good matchup. Elisa says, Tita, you didn't answer any of my questions today. No love for me. That's not true, Elisa. I ain't skipped over none of your questions. Elisa, what are you talking about? Come on, girl. You ain't got one comment in here. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Come on, Elisa. Guys, I want everybody in the chat right now. Do y'all see Elisa question where I skipped over it? I don't see her questions. I'm looking through it right now. Because guys, listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you do something like this in the chat and I'm right, because I'm looking. If I'm wrong, Elisa, I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm looking right now. Okay, Yankee says, TD, I may have missed your suggestion. Start Tank Bigsby or Monty today. Sorry if I missed it. No, I said Tank, but at least I'm looking for the question. Guys, can y'all help me? Help me out. Wait a minute, I'm looking for the old question though, Lisa. Let me see the old question. Because I take that personally, far as not personally, but if I'm missing people questions that I don't thank you. See, Mike said it. Yeah, I know that, but you said that I had missed over your questions today, Elisa. I want to see the ones that I missed over. Mike Cotton, he said he don't see it. I don't see it. But Elisa, right. Listen, it's not about no worries because I have a lot going on. So if I miss, I want to make sure I can go back and see it. But I don't see not one question. Said he don't see it either. So tell me where is that, Elisa, before I get to the last question. All right, where is it? What does it say, Conscious? Yeah, right, Big Will. Right. What does it say, Conscious? Conscious says she had a question. I see it. Which question is it? It's all good. It's under a super. Oh, it's under a super chat. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry, Lisa. That's all I wanted to know. Let me look for the super chat. Okay. I'm gonna find your question. Kyle Singer, Robert, King of Nike, D Lion. Under D Lion? Okay, I see it. I see it. My bad. I apologize, Elisa. Um, TD half PPR: Mason, Brian Robinson, or Jacobs or Bigsby. Need three. Thank you. Um, let's see. PPR: Mason, Brian Robinson. So I'm gonna say Bigsby. Wait a minute. Did I do that question? I did that question. I did that question, but I'm gonna do it right now. I remember that question. Bigsby, because I said Bigsby, Brian Robinson, and Mason, and Sick Jacobs. But I apologize though, Elisa. You know you one of my subscribers. You know I'm always look out for you. I'm always look out for you. All right, let me go down to the bottom. This is gonna be the last question. Uh, let's see. All right. Start three: Mason, Jonathan Taylor, Connor, or A Chain. I'm starting A Chain. Um, Connor and Mason. A Chain, Connor, and Mason. Mike Cotto says Rashad White or Keenan Allen. He put the emoji. He can want me to see that. I see you, Mike. Um, I'm going Keenan Allen over Rashad White since Bucky Irvin is active. Yeah, I know you do, Elisa. I know you do. That I just wanted to make sure, man, because I'm very meticulous. Actually, Elisa, I answered the question, but I think I did it fast, and I think we just missed it because I remember that question where I know Josh Jacobs was in there, so that's on me. It's all good. I love you too, girl. Um, I know you do. All right, let me see. I just want to make sure, guys. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Anytime, Mike. Bench Olave or Devontae, bench Olave. Caleb over Kirk Cousins. Martin Torres, I'm sure. He said, which wide receiver should I start? Jerry Judy, Zay Flowers, Yosevich T. Higgins. I would start Zay Flowers over Jerry Judy and Yosevich. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Y'all be safe. I gotta put my lineups in, so I can't keep going. But I appreciate all the super chats, guys. And guys, just if I forget a question or if you super chat, put it in the comment section. Say, TD, you skipped over my question. That'll help me out a little bit. I got a lot going on. I got this little small phone, and then I got my computer, my desktop right here. So I'm trying to check both of them. Eddie, what's going on, Eddie? Yup. Appreciate you being here, Stacy. All right, y'all guys be safe. Long time no see, Parker. Yes, sir. Right, I do, Parker. They finally showing me some love. Yeah, that he got a broken arm hand. He does, Siobhan. Yup. Yeah, he's gonna push through. Right. All right, guys, y'all be safe. Peace.